Hello, everyone. This is Phoenix Tremaine, and today we're going to be talking about Bold and the Beautiful and Young and the Restless for the week of May the 12th. But first, if you haven't done so, please take a minute to subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Please hit that like button so YouTube knows the channel for soap fans. And I also want to let you know about our membership where you get early access to videos, exclusive videos. You get the spoilers in advance. We have our lives on Friday, so it's a good place to be. We'd love to have you. Now, let me go on ahead and start talking about Young and the Restless because Michelle Morgan is back as Amanda Sinclair. There was another site that has said um, that there was a possibility of Amanda coming in between Devon and Abby, and that's the reason she's coming. And a lot of fans have been excited about that, but there's also a lot of clickbait. So I don't know if that particular site is telling the truth because it's not a bad site. I don't see a lot of clickbait on there, but the actress that plays Abby is off contract, you know, and they barely show Devon. And Amanda is only supposed to, Michelle Morgan as Amanda Sinclair, is only back for a short stint. So maybe 2 weeks at most. So the reason why her character is actually coming is because she's going to be the lawyer for Aristotle Dumas, who we know is going to be Billy Flynn, who plays Chad DeMare in Days of Our Lives. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. A lot of people, including myself at one point, thought it could be Kane because Daniel Goddard was saying that he was, had this big announcement to make. He's coming back to the soap world. Yeah, but that was General Hospital. so, so I don't think they're gonna just bring Kane back. And let me see. I just heard a weird sound in my headset. So that's usually when something cuts off. So that's why I had to have that little pause there. So let me go ahead and get to these spoilers. Monday, Phyllis schemes to outsmart Billy. Basically, she overhears uh, Billy's plan that he's going over with Sally. That he's just setting up Aristotle Dumas to go up against Victor. He's going to try and stay out of it. So now Phyllis is going to try to find Dumas herself. Please, please don't make them a couple. Please don't do that to Billy Flynn. I actually think that he actually would be Sally. But moving on. Mariah and Tessa had a rough patch. Basically, Mariah's got a secret. She still doesn't tell Tessa about it in the episode. And Tessa is left on the bench crying. And who shows up? Daniel, who she starts crying on Daniel's shoulder because they're clearly trying to break up Tessa and Mariah, which they've been trying to do for years. And so clearly it seems like Mariah has had an affair. She might even be pregnant. And she doesn't know how to tell Tessa because this would be the second time she's cheated on her. So Tuesday, Victor considers an alliance with Phyllis. Stupid. Adam and Chelsea struggles with their work-life balance. Care. And Damien impresses Lily finally. Wednesday, Victor strikes back against Billy. Phyllis reaches out to Aristotle Dumas, and Nate is skeptical about Damien joining the family business. And then on Thursday, May 15th, and that is when uh, Michelle Morgan returns as Amanda Sinclair. And if you watch Beyond the Gates, that's when we get new Ted. Jack and Diane worry about Kyle repeating past mistakes, and Holden calls Audra's bluff. Come on. Oops. Okay, technical difficulties. I knew something had cut off. It was my mouse. So I'm trying to move story along and my mouse ain't working. So hang in there with me, please. Um, Friday, Nick finds himself revisiting familiar territory. Sally worries about Billy's need for revenge, and Amanda Sinclair returns to Genoa City. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was the 15th. It's actually the 16th. The Bold and the Beautiful. Bam. Bold and Beautiful. Uh, Monday, Bill and Liam face the past and each other in a raw emotional reckoning that could change everything. That's this scene right here. We were supposed to see it today, which is Friday, but they pushed it to because of the whole new Pope thing. So we're now one day off when we watch Bold and Beautiful till it catches up in about um, 4 weeks. Tuesday, remembering their shared past reminds Liam of Hope's fierce conviction and her will to fight for what's ahead. Luna makes a surprise visit to Finn and Steffi. Wednesday, Liam cannot bear the pain of losing Hope and his daughters. Carter informs Brooke that he will not give up on Hope. Thursday, Finn and Taylor reassure Steffi that she did the right thing. Hope clings to Liam, desperate to save his life. Daphne does her best to sway Carter to her way away from Hope. Friday, Liam attempts to convince Hope to repair her relationship with Carter. So it's mostly about Liam and his illness, which I don't think he's going to pass away. They did the same thing with Eric. They did the same thing with Taylor, the whole broken heart syndrome stuff. And, they pretended Sheila was gone twice. The Restless, she got bumped off and then turned out to be Sugar, but Sheila supposedly was still alive all this time. They didn't explain how Sheila survived all that time. How did she eat? How did she drink? How did she go to the bathroom? So if you want to know how Liam's going to survive, he's going to survive because soaps. So with that and my technical difficulties, please, um, forgive me for that. But I wanted to get this video out to you, and thanks for watching.